Horror Hounds, and welcome back to a brand new video, and also happy 2018. So the time has finally come for me to present to you my top 5 films of the previous year, 2017, and if you haven't already, they're films for you to check out in 2018. So tonight I am celebrating with you guys because it is my first video of 2018, and not only that, Hayley's Horror Reviews has got a new revamp for the new year. As you would have seen at the beginning of this video, I have a brand new intro which was created for me by fan Octo, who you can check out. I will put his social media links in the description box below and at the end of this video. So 2017 was a groundbreaking year for horror movies. Not only did the genre produce the fantastic indie offerings that we get on the festival scene, but it was also occupying the mainstream with plenty of new, subversive, progressive films that got people talking and actually interested in horror again, which of course is absolutely fantastic. It's the opportunity to introduce new people to horror films and to generate new fans, and it is absolutely astonishing that this happened this year. And so 5 films. I had to be completely ruthless with this list because there were so many films this year that I really loved. So I had to narrow it down and really think about which films provoked me the most, and I hope you enjoy this top 5 that I'm going to bring to you. Okay, so let's begin. Number 5 is Andy Muschietti's It, which was released in September of 2017. It is a reimagining of the classic colossal Stephen King novel. It features genuinely spine-chilling moments, an appealing 80s aesthetic, and a cast of superb child performers. Bill Skarsgård created a skin-crawling, whimsical Pennywise, bringing an iconic horror villain quality about him. We are now eagerly anticipating part 2 due in 2019, which sees the continuation of the stories as the main players reach the adult world. It will become a mainstay classic for years to come, joining the ranks of the Elm Street and Friday the 13th franchises and so on. Number 4 is M.F.A, a film that I saw in Celluloid Screams 2017, and I have reviewed on my Hayley's Horror Reviews blog, which will be linked in the description box below. M.F.A is the most relevant film on this list, especially in light of the 2017 Hollywood sexual assault scandal. It's eye-opening and thought-provoking. M.F.A highlights the injustice and repression of the subject matter. It delivers powerful material which is sensitively handled, while getting its harrowing point across in an effective way. Francesca Eastwood should be applauded for her portrayal of the emotionally scarred victim. The unexploitative nature makes M.F.A one of the most important rape revenge movies ever put to film. It proves that horror isn't always about those allegorical monsters. It can be raw, real and confrontational. Number 3 is Prevenge, directed and starring Alice Lowe. I attended this film on the Sheffield leg of the UK tour, which took place earlier last year. So this is why this film struck a chord with me. Prevenge is a prenatal nightmare for the leading character Ruth as she faces the prospect of motherhood alone. She is driven to murder by the voice of her unborn baby. Prevenge is equally dark as it is comedic, and is a well-crafted slice of horror comedy at its blackest. Alice Lowe wrote, starred and directed the feature while pregnant in real life, and that's a huge achievement on that front. The soundtrack is magnificent and encompasses a John Carpenter vibe about it. There's some beautiful cinematography, especially the shots of Cardiff City at night, and that moment brings a lot of poignancy to the scene that is playing out on screen. Number 2 is a film that I spoke about heavily in my Celluloid Screams vlog and also in my Abattoir Horror Festival write-up, and that is Aaron Moorhead and Justin Benson's The Endless. The Endless is the 3rd feature film from the dynamic filmmaking duo. It centres on 2 former cult members and brothers who return to their previous abode after receiving a mysterious videotape. Moorhead and Benson give sharp performances while displaying a challenging, mind-bending narrative that effortlessly gets under the skin. Nothing is what it seems, and the audience is in for a rollercoaster ride. It is a striking, visually pleasing film with polished and expertly framed camera work that aids the vastness of the desolate location. The Endless is another cinematic triumph for Aaron Moorhead and Justin Benson, and I'm again so excited to see what they're going to produce next. And now for some honourable mentions. As I stated, it was so difficult compiling this list, and I had to let go of some films that I still really, really adored in 2017. It's so difficult because all these films have something that stands out about them. They're all so vastly different from each other, and they all are cinematic masterpieces in my eyes, brilliant genre films, and it's such a shame that I couldn't include them all, but as I said, I really had to think about it when condensing this list. So I'm going to mention them anyway, so they're movies that you can happily check out in the new year if you haven't already. The seasonal shocker, Better Watch Out, and I bet you are so surprised that that did not make the cut, seeing as I praised it to the hilt. I have a debate featured on this channel with my friend and fellow blogger Darren Gaskill that you should check out because it's so interesting to hear the polarising opinions. Again, I absolutely loved the film. The twist really struck a chord with me. But as I said, I had to really think about what movies did make a difference to me last year. There's also Freddie Eddie, which was a film I viewed as part of the Love Horror Fright Fest selection. Again, I thought this film was really, really compelling from beginning to end and had so many cool twists and turns. Really well acted and beautifully shot. But again, I just had to pick ones that I felt were slightly more resonating with me than this one. Then of course there is Welsh comedy horror sci-fi hybrid Canaries, which is a triumph in filmmaking because it was made on such a low budget and they achieved so much with it, and on that respect it is wholly worthy of watching. It's got some fantastic Welsh humour. If you are Welsh yourself, you will absolutely love it, the way the characters kind of interact with each other. And I think it's the performances and all the effort put in that really make Canaries. And I hope it does so well because it wholly deserves to. Then we have 68 Kill, which is the ultimate midnight movie of 2017. It's badass as they come. I've spoken about it quite a few times. I've reviewed it as part of my Celluloid Screams coverage, and I spoke about it again in my last horror haul. So check out 68 Kill for some outrageous and action-packed midnight movie madness. And finally, my number one top film of 2017 is Jordan Peele's Get Out. Get Out was the social satire that got tongues wagging during the early part of 2017. Jordan Peele diverted from his comedy roots to try his hand at a more darker offering. Get Out handles a more disturbing type of racism, and it's the idea of black superiority over white, which is incredibly interesting and unexpected. The film is highly dramatic and gripping, with cleverly placed symbolism throughout. The film is jaw-dropping from start to finish and never stops from being compelling. The performances from the entire cast are stellar, with a special mention to Daniel Kaluuya as the likeable protagonist Chris, who the audience ultimately goes on the journey with. The film incorporates some gorgeous visual set pieces as well as some gut-punching sound design. Get Out is a smart social horror that gets it right. It offers a relieving sense of catharsis by the end. It's an achievement for the genre that has overlooked race and minority groups for far too damn long. Get Out is the film horror fans have been screaming for, and it deserves multiple viewings in order to appreciate everything that has gone into it. So Horror Hounds, I really hope you enjoyed my list of my top 5 movies of 2017. If you've seen any of them below, please let me know what you thought of them, whether you agree with my list or disagree. I'd love to hear which movies that you enjoyed last year and any that you'd recommend to me if I haven't seen them already. That would be absolutely fantastic. Again, thank you so much for watching. All my social media links will be in the description box below. If you've enjoyed this video, I have plenty of reviews on this channel, if this is your first time watching, where I have discussed a lot of cult movies, Arrow video releases mainly, if you like that kind of thing. I'm also doing some vlogging as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll get more videos every time I upload. So that's it from Hayley's Horror Reviews for now, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers!